What is up, you guys, and welcome to the Chosen League podcast, where fire sports content is the name of the game. I'm your host, Devin. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload an episode. Watch this episode all the way to the end because I don't want you guys missing out what I have in store for you today. So, Cam Newton himself sent a message to Shedeur, and it goes like this. Retired NFL quarterback Cam Newton called on Cleveland Browns draft pick Shedeur Sanders to lead with work, not clout, as he embarks on his rookie season. Newton suggested on his Fourth and One show that Sanders took on the persona of a DB, not a QB. There's a distinction between the two in the eyes of the 2015 MVP because a quarterback is the CEO for his franchise. Question for discussion before I even break this down. What are your thoughts on Cam Newton's message to Shedeur? I want to hear your guys' feedback in the comment section below. Let me know. So when you really look at this, we gotta understand here what Cam is what Cam where Cam is coming from. And you also have to understand he's been in the league. So let's not even take this to a consideration. We understand he's a Sanders. This is Shedeur Sanders, Deion saying, okay, we get it. We understand how we felt about him in the draft. He got drafted low. Okay, let's not take it. We can't take it personal. We gotta read between the lines and look at it. There's two ways you can look at it. Number one, I do agree where Cam Newton is coming from. Don't be so much of talking because sometimes when you do talk and then you the action doesn't back up your talking, it puts you in a tough spot. And so I like I said, Cam Newton's has been here before, and Cam Newton is by all means one of the players in the league that does trash talk. So at the same time, he's probably looking at his experience in the league and looking where what he did, and he's passing it on to Shedeur. He's like, hey, don't let's not go this route. Let's not approach the situation this way because you gotta understand defensive backs they can talk trash. Defensive backs can talk trash. They can say what they want to say, but Shedeur is a quarterback, so he's held to a different standard than a defensive back. A defensive back, they know they okay. You can say you're on defense. You can say what you trash talk, say what you're gonna say. But when a but at, but with a quarterback, you came in as a quarterback, and like we've seen in his draft interviews, he said, you know, if you're not trying to change the culture, not trying to change the franchise, don't draft me. I understand where Shador is coming from because the confidence that he has, he believes that he can change the culture, which he has done before. But when you're coming into the NFL and the business side of it, you got to do what you got to do. And then once you have put in the work, and there's no doubt in my mind that Shador will put in the work. Shador is going to put in the work. But once you get to that point where you have done what you needed to do, then you can, flex a bit, say, what I'm saying, say what you got to say. But also, Shador has, ever since he got drafted, he went to work, started training, and also he's been out in the community. If you guys have known, he went to a high school, speaking to the children there, and taking that time out to talk to the community, give them inspiration, give them hope, give them that make a positive impact. And so we also have to understand Shador is number one in jersey sales. Falling into the fifth round of the 2025 NFL Draft hasn't hurt Cleveland Browns quarterback Shedeur Sanders' popularity. Fanatics told Darren Rovell on Wednesday that Sanders currently has the top-selling jersey of all players selected in the draft. That includes Tennessee Titans quarterback Cam Ward, who was the number one overall pick in the draft, as well as Sanders' former teammate, Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver and cornerback Travis Hunter, the number two overall pick. It has not yet been confirmed which number Sanders will wear for the Browns next season. The quarterback wore number two at Colorado, but the Browns shared an edited image of him wearing number five on Saturday. So yeah, that's up in the air what number he's gonna wear. And I know we're all curious about that too, but some people will be like, he's probably going to wear number two. And there's nobody on the Cleveland's roster, from what I know, nobody on that roster wears number two. So Shedeur should be wearing number two. But the last thing I want to cover before I end the show, NFL quarterbacks that have trash talked. I got a list here for y'all. So let's get into it. Number one, we got Josh Allen. We understand Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills, Bills Mafia. We understand that, Josh Allen, he'll speak his mind, stick his chest out when he's dominating in the game. Philip Rivers, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, the one and only Cam Newton, Joe Burrow, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, Michael Vick, and Johnny Manziel. So I know people may say, why is, you have to look at it from both ways. Like I said, Cam Newton, yeah, he was a trash talker. He backed it up with his work at the same time. So you can look at it like, why is he saying that? Like, this is Shedeur Sanders. He's Dion's son. He's the guy that, hey, he's Dion. He's a Sanders. He's gonna be who he is. That's cool though. But like Cam Newton is saying, and what I'm saying, come in and just do show it with your work ethic. That's all. And he can do that, and I believe he's going to. But at the same token, credit to Cam Newton for coming out and saying what he said. Delivering the message to Shador, because what other former player that comes out when they see a rookie coming into the league and be like, "Hey, I understand this is you know just look out for this too." So he has not only the knowledge from his dad, but he's also getting it from a former MVP and from the person who's playing that played the same position he played, giving him some insight on some things to look out for. So credit to Cam Newton for that. I understand Shador's his own man. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. So hey, but that is all for today's episode. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload an episode. I'm Devin, and I'm signing off.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show.